For nearly 30 years, ancient Greece was torn apart by a brutal and relentless conflict, the Peloponnesian War. Two great city-states, Athens and Sparta, locked in a deadly struggle for power, pride, and survival. This war changed the course of Greek history forever, shaking the foundations of democracy and empire. But how did it all begin? And what was the cost of this bitter rivalry?
The Peloponnesian War, Athens versus Sparta, a battle that changed ancient Greece.
Setting the stage. In the 5th century BCE, Athens stood as the shining beacon of democracy, culture, and naval power. Its mighty fleet ruled the seas, and its influence spread across the Aegean through the Delian League, a powerful alliance of city-states loyal to Athens. Sparta, on the other hand, was a warrior society built on discipline, strength, and fear. Known for its unbeatable army and strict social order, Sparta led the Peloponnesian League, a coalition of city-states that viewed Athens' growing empire with suspicion and fear. The stage was set for a showdown between two very different worlds: Athens, the shining democracy of the sea, and Sparta, the ruthless military power of the land. The spark ignites. Tensions rose as Athens expanded its influence, using its navy to control trade and collect tribute from allies. Sparta and its allies feared Athens' power was becoming a threat to Greek freedom. In 431 BCE, war finally broke out. Battles erupted across Greece, from the plains of Attica near Athens to the fortified walls of Sparta's allies. The Spartans marched into Athenian territory, while Athens relied on its strong navy to raid Spartan lands by sea. The war wasn't just about battles, it was a fight of ideals: democracy versus oligarchy, sea power versus land power, freedom versus control. The plague and Pericles. Early in the war, Athens faced a devastating blow. A deadly plague swept through the city, killing tens of thousands, including its great leader, Pericles. Pericles had been the guiding force behind Athens' golden age, inspiring confidence and unity. Without him, Athens struggled to maintain its strength and direction. The plague showed how fragile even the greatest cities could be, adding a dark shadow to an already brutal conflict. Turning points and betrayals. Over the years, the war dragged on with shifting fortunes. Athens suffered setbacks on land, but kept its navy strong. Sparta, with help from Persia, built a fleet to challenge Athens at sea. One of the most dramatic moments came at the Battle of Syracuse, where Athens launched a massive expedition to Sicily. But disaster struck. The Athenian fleet was destroyed, and thousands of soldiers were lost. It was a crushing defeat that marked the beginning of the end for Athens. Betrayals, shifting alliances, and political turmoil rocked both sides, making the war not just a battle between armies, but a struggle for survival on every front. The fall of Athens. In 404 BCE, after nearly 3 decades of warfare, Sparta finally forced Athens to surrender. The mighty walls that once symbolized Athenian power were torn down, its fleet destroyed, and its democracy replaced with a harsh oligarchy backed by Sparta. The war left Greece weakened and divided, paving the way for new powers to rise, including the Macedonians under Philip II and his son, Alexander the Great. But the Peloponnesian War wasn't just about military defeat. It showed the dangers of pride, ambition, and endless conflict. It was a tragic lesson about how even the greatest civilizations can fall from within. The Peloponnesian War echoes through history as a story of rivalry, resilience, and ruin. It reminds us that power comes with a price, And sometimes the greatest battles are fought not just with swords and ships, but with ideas and ideals. If you found this journey into ancient Greece fascinating, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts below. What lessons do you think the Peloponnesian War holds for us today?